So for today's call, I have Somangshu here with me. Somangshu is one of our engineering managers, and he focuses uh, exclusively on building new widgets. So we are going to just chat about the new upcoming widgets, show you a few quick demos of the widgets that you're going to see in the next couple of weeks, and then also talk a little bit about designs of a few widgets that we haven't started developing yet, but we will start working on it this quarter. Hey guys. Okay, let's get started. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining our today's community call. In this call, we'll be spending some time discussing our latest updates, as well as we're going to spend some time going over some of the new widgets that are going to be part of AppSmith very soon. So today I have with me Somangshu, who's an engineering manager, and he's going to show you a few demos. Before that, let's talk about some of our latest releases that came out in the last 2 weeks. The first one, so these are the 4 major ones that we did. The biggest one is import and export of apps. So now you can import and export apps in and out of AppSmith, out of AppSmith instances, that is. So if you have a local development setup where you've built an app, you can now export it and then import it into another instance of AppSmith. So this was a feature that was much needed because I know a lot of you begin building on AppSmith on your local machine. And so now you can start doing this. The place to find this feature is on the AppSmith homepage. On the homepage, you're going to see a new option in the dropdown of every application. That's where you can export a widget. So you should try that out and let us know how that goes. So this is the big feature. The second one is we've made some updates to the autocomplete. And one of the main things that the autocomplete used to lack was showing the nearest complete binding. Today, that's now changed. Now we are able to show you the latest binding. To answer Joseph's question, yes, you can. If we test new features on the test server, can we export from there and import to our main server? Yes, absolutely. So you can move apps from any instance to any other instance. So that's going to be like really easy to do. The release notes of this are not out yet, so you might not see the latest release notes till tomorrow, but it should be out latest tomorrow. But this feature is already live on our cloud-hosted instance. So about the autocomplete, we wanted to show the latest and the closest complete binding. So for example, if you have API 1, the way to do a successful binding with a table is to type API1.data. And till now, you actually had to type API1, then a dot, and then you could choose data. But today in autocomplete, it'll completely show you API1.data, and it'll show you that that's actually an array. This means that you can actually get to the accurate binding a lot quicker. Then the third thing, we've introduced reCAPTCHA v3 for all signups. We've had a few users who've told us that they had a lot of spam signups on their AppSmith instance. One of the things is today at AppSmith, we do not verify email addresses. We did this so that the sign-up process is a lot simpler for our users as well as your users. But we got a lot of spam signups. So the way we fixed it is through reCAPTCHA v3. Now reCAPTCHA v3 doesn't actually show you like that grid of images to choose from. It's completely invisible. So your users are not gonna see anything, any impact of reCAPTCHA v3, unless of course they're a bot, then they're gonna be stopped. So this is something that's gonna help a lot of you who have a lot of spam signups. The fourth one is performance improvements in resizing widgets and autocomplete. Performance is an ongoing focus for AppSmith, where we have one of our senior most engineers who's been spending the last few weeks and is going to be completely focused only on performance improvements for the next upcoming months. Very immediately, you're going to notice updates in resizing of widgets. That's a lot more performant, as well as autocomplete is now a lot more performant than it used to be. Over the next few weeks, you're going to see more performance improvements in dragging and dropping, opening of property pane, as well as just general reloading of pages. So that's something one of our engineers is completely focused on. So these are the main few updates. Now let's talk about the new upcoming widgets. So here I'm going to hand it off to Sumangshu. So the first one is the nested menu selector. Sumangshu, could you tell us a little bit about why we are working on this? Who's been asking for it?
Yes, so we have had a lot of requests with respect to the nested tree selector. This is very much in line to the multi-select widget we have. Today we are having a few problems with this current widget. So we are planning to separate this widget completely and merge it with the nested menu selector. Here, as you can see on the screen, you will be able to select, or you will be able to add nested objects to the widget, which will be displayed, as threads, and this can go to any level. We will allow multiple selections on this widget, and yeah, like these are the options which you are going to find. There is also going to be search inside your tree selector menu, and Abhishek, I can share my screen and kind of walk through a few more things here.
Absolutely. Please go ahead.
All right. So here you go. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
All right. So this is what is the proposed design for a tree selector widget, and this is how it is going to basically look. Where your options is just an array of objects. You can have nested menu, and the way it is going to happen is just with a label and a children key. The children key is again going to follow the same format as label and value. Then what other options you can see here is checkable. So this is more like whether you want to allow a certain option to be checked by the user or not. Is disabled is going to be something which applies on the parent widget, and it is going to disable the widget altogether. Is required is going to work in tandem with the form widget, and this is going to allow you to automatically configure this particular input as a required field of a form. Yeah, this is somewhat a little bit about the tree selector widget.
Thanks, Sumangshu. So next I'm gonna just go ahead and show you a couple of more widgets, and then we'll have again a few more demos by Sumangshu here. The next one is input controls for currency and for phone numbers. This is going to make it really easy for you to create better sign-up forms, better forms where you can maybe edit the database where you have phone numbers or currency. So you'll be able to choose from a list of currency options or choose from a list of country and their country code. Small fix, but this is something that was one of our popular requests, and this is again something that's going to be out soon. The next one is a rating widget. This is again for forms, where especially forms that are being exposed to external users and external customers maybe. So you'll now be able to add a rating widget so that they can actually submit a star rating. Either the star rating, you can control the scale anywhere from a scale of like 1 to scale of 10. So you'll be able to control this. I'm going to hand it off to Sumangshu to show you a few more demos here.
Sure, Abhishek. Thanks a lot. So here's what Abhishek was talking about, the rating widget. This is like just a small demo app to showcase what the rating widget could look like and what it could do for you. So when we consider widgets and we consider the community requests, we see the kind of use cases we can cover. Today, in terms of a scale or a range, nothing exists as a widget which can fulfill such a use case. And hence you see the rating widget coming into the picture. The way it operates is you can provide a feedback, you can change the ratings as a user. You can also provide a visual feedback of a certain rating which you are looking at right now, which can range from from the beginning to the end, so the user understand what the rating they are giving right now, how it reflects. You will also have access to the internal properties, which will tell you what is the current rating given and what is the total rating. And you can also kind of not let the user handle the click. So the disable option is also given. The way it looks today is like this. You have a max count. That defines the number of star widgets you want to show. You can change it to 8, and the number of widgets is also going to change. The default rate is basically the selected rate which you want. To customize the styling options, we have also given the active color and the inactive color. You can change it to what you like to show, what you want to show the user. The tooltip option is specifically the feedback which I was talking about. When you hover, this is how we are going to show based on the index of the array. Finally, the size. This is basically some kind of customization. You can provide a small size, medium size, or a large size. We can provide many more options here in terms of the feedback we have later. Allow half is to kind of change the decimal precision to 0.5, and this will allow 5 star, like 0.5 rating to be given. Otherwise, it can be full also. Disable and visible is quite obvious, and we also have an action where you can kind of call a message, show a message, open a modal, or call an API when you change a rating. So this is what the rating widget looks like today. This is work in progress, and it will be out in the next week.
Thanks, Sumanshu. Sumanshu, can we move on to the other widgets, the divider widget and the iFrame widget?
Yes, sure. This is the divider widget. We were getting a lot of requests from the community members, and they had really unique use cases. This is basically a warehousing company who is trying to showcase their workflow. And this is all text. If you can see, this is not a real divider. So we are going to make it easy for them. This is how it's going to look now. This is all a visual element now. I have tried to replicate a little bit of a workflow kind of information thing over here. So today the divider looks in 3 formats. This is how it is going to look. Let's just go to the property pane and check out. So we have 2 attributes over here. One is horizontal. This is basically going to change the alignment for you. You can have either a vertical divider or a horizontal divider. Then the keystroke is what makes the look and feel of the divider. There are 3 types today. One is the solid, dashed, and dotted. I have all 3 on the screen. The dashed looks like this, the solid looks like this, and the dotted looks like this. Furthermore, we have a few styling attributes as well. This is basically the divider color. You can set the color you like, and the thickness of the divider can be changed to anything in pixel. Something which this is still in work in progress. I'm showing you deploy preview, and what is going to come up in very soon is something called as a cap. This is going to let you show an arrow at the end or the start of the divider, and this can be an arrow or a circle. So designers really find it useful, and we took up the feedback and we thought we should implement this right away. So when the feature is out, you will see all of those together. The third thing which we have come up is with the iFrame widget. This is also something which was requested multiple times by people in our community. So we went ahead and took care of this. Now you will be able to import external websites you have into an iFrame on AppSmith. And we have also kind of, put in a few features which is going to let you control a few things. For example, we have the source, which is basically the iFrame which you are bringing in. Now you can also consider this to be a JavaScript expression, which is changing the source on click of a button or on click of a table row specifically. So what is going to happen is we have provided on URL changed option here. So in those cases, you can kind of, either call another API, you can execute a duplicate query, you can open a modal, show a message, and do things like that. Now, if the developer has control of the iframe itself, what they can do is through post messages, they can receive some message which will be caught by the iframe inside AppSmith. And based on those, you can also take action. So for example, if you have a button on click of which you have a post message which can be received and the developer can configure it, iframe in AppSmith will be able to catch it and kind of chain it with an action further. These are a few things, and in terms of styling, we thought we could make iframes a little beautiful because they are really not. So we went ahead and implemented things like border color, border thickness, and border opacity. This can further improve a little in the future, but this is what we have right now. This is what we have for new widgets. In terms of requests, there is also add menu widget, which is very important, which is been requested multiple times. You can see this is a community user who has been using AppSmith, and they've had requested it. So basically, we see a lot of Hamburg buttons or vertical icon buttons, very famous in Apple design or Google material design, which allows you to compactly show multiple actions into one button. So as a drop down. So that is what we went ahead and we are implementing it right now. So these are a few designs which are ready today. And these will be going in implementation very soon. So as soon as you drag and drop the widget, you will be able to see this is the initial state of the widget. And on hover, you will basically have a drop down, and this is how you will have all your actions within one menu. So these are all clicks, and this is how it's going to operate. We have the property pane, which basically has the label, the background. These are all customizable in terms of style. We also have a compact option, which is going to make the menu itself less dense so that it does not consume much space. Now, in terms of the menu items, this is how you will have the options. You can just configure your options as you like, and you can drag them to how you wish the order to be so that it is easily customizable. We are also introducing something called as icon option, which will have an icon control. We will allow you to customize the icons as you like. We will also allow you to change the icon color and the alignment to the start or the end of the button itself or the menu itself. This is how your icon control is going to look like. We are going to have an initial set of icons in place, and we are also going to let you request for icons if you need more of them, and we will look into that. So this is something which we will be doing further. Pushing this forward, this is how your menu item is going to look. You are going to have all these options, and plus what is important here is every single menu item will have on click action which is configurable. So every menu item can have either call of API, call of database, or just opening a modal and showing a message. And furthermore, you can also configure menus with the icons. So while your menu has an icon, the menu options or items can also have icons and the background colors. You can also just show the button, so it consumes really less space and actually becomes like a Hamburg-like feature. So this is what the menu widget would look like. And yeah, we will be moving into implementation very soon, and you should be able to see this in your production applications as well. Yeah, this is what I have right now in terms of the new widget. There are more enhancements, Abhishek. So should I?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sumangshu. So Sumangshu, maybe why don't we talk for a few minutes about the upcoming updates to the table widget?
Yes.
We've had a few community requests around a compact version of the table, ability to control what features appear in the table. So could we talk? Could you talk through some of those upcoming updates?
Sure. Let's do that. All right. So these are a few requests which we have been receiving in terms of what the table widget should be doing. So the first thing is the multi-select option. This is basically a bulk select like option. Today we have the multi-select, but is not very user-friendly. We went ahead and redesigned the whole table because of that. So you will be able to find a bulk selection option in the future when the multi-selection is enabled in the table. So as soon as you click this, all your table widget or all your rows are going to be selected. This is how basically it is going to be looking like. We are also going to allow you to select cell. We are also going to allow you to individually select the rows. And once you are selecting all rows, this is how your actions are going to look like. Furthermore, we also have a show and hide feature. Usually what happens is today in the table, the search, download, and all these options you see in the header is fixed. They cannot be changed, they cannot be hidden. So if as a developer, you want, for example, the user not be able to download this as an Excel, today it's not possible. So we went ahead and kind of wanted to configure this. So this will be configured from the configurable from the property pane of the table. So you will be able to see the header options having visibility of all the options. You can configure what you want to show and what you don't want to show. You can either just hide all of them, and we will handle removing the header from the table dynamically. So this is how basically it is going to function. And another feature which was much requested was the header options to have the download options to have more options. So one of them was to kind of give the Excel as download and PDF as download options. So today, we have actually implemented a few features here, and a few are still in progress. I will get to them in a while. And lastly, there is also one more feature, which was when you start selecting the filters. What used to happen is as the filters are growing, they always used to block the viewport of the table itself. So we found a solution to this. We made the filter pane draggable. So once you have the filter, there will be an option where you can start dragging this on anywhere on the screen. This will be available in the view mode as well, so that the users can see the filters getting applied and at the same time be able to view what results are getting filtered to optimize their results. Closing anywhere on the screen, clicking anywhere on the screen is just going to close the modal and it is going to disappear. This is how the function would look. Today, we have actually gone ahead. This is actually a deploy preview, which is going to go ahead into release very soon. And this is how basically it looks. As I was showing you, the header options have all the options as configurable with configurable visibility. So you can go ahead and hide options here. You can see I'm hiding the filter option, or if I don't want to give the download option, I can do that as well. I can also go ahead and hide all the features, and that would just remove the header and configure the table to be just static. This is very useful for people who just want to show static data. Additionally, what I have shown you in the design and we have implemented is download as an Excel option. So today, you can actually download this whole table data as XLSX and export it into mails. We will be coming up with the PDF feature as well very soon. And yeah, this is what we have implemented in terms of the table right now. You will be seeing the multi-select and the few other options I showed you in a while very soon. Yeah, Abhishek, over to you.
Thanks, Sumanshu. So the table widget is basically our highest used widget, and we make changes to it pretty slowly and pretty carefully because we are very wary of breaking existing apps. That's why some of these changes actually take us a little bit of time. But as you can see, we are paying a lot of attention to every little tiny interaction that we need to take care of so that we can give a table widget that's very versatile and can actually do a lot of things. So now we are coming close to the end of the call. I want to show you two links. The first link that I want to show you is where to find new widgets and their descriptions so that you can actually come vote or leave your comments on it. So if you go to our GitHub issues, you're going to see a label called new widget. You can just search for new widget, and it'll then filter out and show you all the latest widget requests that we have. As you can see, we have like 41 open widget requests So it's obviously a pretty long list to choose from. So we would love it if some of you can actually go and look for the particular widget that you need. And either you can leave a comment or you can just simply go and, like upvote this right here so that we actually know what is it that we should prioritize. So this is a long list, and any help that you can provide us here would be like incredibly amazing. The second link that I want to talk about is our new discourse community. Our Discord community is, of course, quite active. We have about nearly 1,000 people on that community, and that's what we use primarily for our support requests. But also, it's gotten a little bit noisy. So that's why we decided to create community.appsmith.com. You can access it by typing community.appsmith.com, and you're going to find this discourse community. Here, you will actually find a lot of our latest issues being updated here with an answer to, for example, here, how do I create a list with a search bar? So this was a question that was asked by a user, and then we've actually replied right here. So this is a great place for you to come and start asking questions if you want to avoid Discord notifications, or if you're finding it really difficult to find the answer in Discord. We'll keep updating this very regularly with all the questions from Discord. So you're not going to actually miss out on any latest support request. So you should come check this out. This is all we have for you today. We have a few minutes available to take any questions. So please go ahead, and you can either turn on your mic or you can paste them in chat, and we'll answer that.
Somebody has asked if we can give options in the table to actually select or choose what should be downloaded. So yeah, that is something which we are looking into, and we will kind of look into how the user experience can be built around this, so that you can actually select rows or select all rows, or just what you have in the current view to be downloaded. So these options will definitely be provided. It's a very good feedback. We will consider this.
Thanks, Umangshu. If there are any more calls, I'm just going to keep the call on for the next 30 seconds. Please go ahead and start typing. Otherwise, we can end the call. So now next week, we'll have another live demo session. This is again going to be Thursday, same time. We're going to build out a new app. And then the Thursday after that, we're going to discuss new integrations. So I have a question here from David. Sumangshu, could you answer that?
Yeah, so can the state of the table app be stored completely in the local store function, especially the filter parameters chosen? Yeah, we can definitely do that even today, David. So you can store your state, and I'll have to definitely check if we can store the filter. Yeah, so we can only do the search today. So definitely this is also something which is a good feedback, and kind of caching the filters is something which we can look into. So that is something which is a new feedback for us as well. But what you can do today is cache the search string in the store, and kind of use that as a default search text, so that automatically when the table loads, the search is applied. But on the filters, definitely we have to take care of that. So he's asking something else. Where would be best to request option to store filter options? You can go ahead and request an enhancement on GitHub, or even we can create that for you. Is that what you are asking, David, or am I getting you wrong? Okay, I guess it is right. All right.
Yeah, GitHub issues are, of course, the best. We actively keep checking that. Otherwise, you can always, like this particular issue, we're going to create an issue on GitHub, and then you can come comment on it within the next few minutes.
Yes.
Okay, folks, thank you so much for joining us today. Like I said, we'll have these calls every Thursday at the same time. The next call is about a live demo where we will build something live. The call after that will be about new integrations that we are working on. So we have a bunch of new integrations that are in our pipeline. We're either going to show demos or talk you through details of those upcoming integrations. Thank you all. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.